We're going to learn how to reduce fractions using prime factorization. Okay? Our first example on the board is we have to reduce the fraction 12 over 40. Okay? The way I want you to do this is to find the prime factorization of 12 and the prime factorization of 40. So we're going to write the number 12 right here, and we're going to write the number 40 right here, and we're going to do our factor tree like we've always done it. Into 12 it goes 2. 2 times 6. Into 6 goes 2 times 3. So our prime factorization of 12 was 2 times 2 times 3. Okay? Now we got to do our prime factorization of 40. If you forgot how to do the prime factorization, go back to the video on prime factorization and watch it. To divide into 40, you've got 2 times 20. Now, why do I keep using 2? Because it's even. If it's an even number, 2 will go into it. 2 goes into 20 10 times. 2 goes into 10 5 times. So my prime factorization of 40 was 2 times 2 times 2 times 5. Okay? Now, unlike the GCF, instead of keeping the numbers that match, you're going to cross them out. So these two 2's match, I'm going to cross them out. These two 2's match, I'm going to cross them out. What you're left with is your reduced fraction. What goes on top?
3.
3. What goes on bottom?
10.
10. So that's your reduced fraction right there. So here's your fraction that you started with. Here's your reduced fraction, and the way you solved it was to use prime factorization. Alright, our second example gives us 1,200 divided by 1,500. So we got to get our prime factorization of each number. 1,200, do your factor tree, y'all go ahead and start it. 1,500, do a factor tree of it. Okay? Now, guys, I want you, as long as the number is even, to divide 2 into it. 2 will go into 1,200 600 times. 2 will go into 600 300 times. 2 will go into 300 150 times. Okay? 2 will go into 150 75 times. Now, 2 won't go into 75, but now what does 75 end in? 5. Therefore, 5 will go into it 15 times. Now, what will go into 15? 3 will times what? 5. So you can write your prime factorization up here. For 1,200 is 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 3 times 5 times 5. Okay, I just got it right off of here. All my prime numbers. Now I'm going to divide into 1,500. Okay, so I've got 2 goes into 1,500 750 times. 2 goes into 750 375 times. Now, 375 isn't even. But what does 375 end in? 5. 375 ends in 5. So 5 goes into 375 75 times. Okay, now 5 goes into 75 15 times. And 3 goes into 15 5 times. So I'm going to write my prime factorization of 1,500 up here. 2 times 2 times 3 times 5 times 5 times 5. Now, we're not doing the GCF here. So we don't circle the numbers that match. We cross them out, don't we? Okay, so I'm going to cross out all the numbers that match. These 2's match. These 2's match. These 5's match. These 5 match.
The 3.
Okay, yeah, good, Kate. Both these 3's match. Now on top, that just leaves us 2 times 2, which is 4. And on bottom, it just leaves us a 5. So your reduced fraction is 4/5. So 1,200 divided by 1,500 reduces to 4/5. You can multiply each of those in your calculator to check. This example gives us 16x squared y cubed divided by 12x y to the 4th power. The first thing we have to do is find the prime factorization of 16 and the prime factorization of 12. 16 is 2 times 8. 8 is 2 times 4. And 4 is 2 times 2. Okay? So my prime factorization of 16x squared y cubed is 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times x times y times y times y. The reason there's 2 x's is it's x squared. The reason there's 3 y's is it's y cubed. Prime factorization of 12. What goes into 12? 2. 2 times 6. What goes into 6? 2 times 3. So I've got 2 times 2 times 3 times x times y times y times y times y. Now, what goes into each? Let's cancel out what we have that's shared on the top and the bottom. These 2's will go away. These 2's will go away. These x's will go away. Y's, y, y. So now on top that leaves me 2 times 2, which is 4, and an x right there. 4x divided by 3y. So your reduced version of 16x squared y cubed and 12x y to the 4th is 4x divided by 3y. Okay? Now, today we learned how to reduce fractions using prime factorization.